What's up guys, Sean here. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys 4 really cool knives that just came in. These knives were sent in from Denise, so shout out to Denise. She has been an awesome supporter of the channel, so you are much appreciated, Denise. God bless you. 3 of these 4 knives I'm going to be sharpening, and one of them is just for me to be able to experience, maybe do some videos on it. And 3 out of the 4 have been on my list of knives that I've wanted to check out and experience for a really long time, and she didn't know that because I haven't disclosed this list, but just turned out to be a really cool thing. So obviously I'm super excited about these knives. I'm excited I'm going to be able to put an edge on a lot of them and share the experience with you guys. So let's get to it. Okay, this one right here, this one's getting sharpened. CT0562 CF, have carbon fiber show scale, titanium frame lock. And I have a 0562 Ti, which I actually have sharpened, took it to 20 degrees per side, mirror polished edge. It's done very well with that edge. So I think I will do the same on this for Denise. Excellent knife design. It's actually extremely similar to this. That's because it's a Hinderer design. These both feature the slicer blade, which is the blade grind, blade shape. You'll see a lot of similarities. However, the zero tolerance has all round, smooth corners, comes with a deep carry clip from the factory. And so it has some other things that are actually beneficial compared to the Hinderer, but I still would probably take the Hinderer over the ZT, but this is gonna cut better. You're gonna save a lot of money, and I definitely recommend this. So I will link this down in the description if you wanna get one for yourself using my Amazon affiliate links. And if you purchase it using my link, it will give me a small commission, which helps support the channel, helps make all this stuff possible. This right here, EMP EDC Nimble XL. I'm super excited to be able to get my hands on one of these. And check this out. I have a regular Nimble, the smaller guy, which was actually gifted to me from an amazing viewer named Chris. He sent that to me right around the time when I was doing my moving. And yeah, really cool little knife. This is the bigger version of it. And let's see. Oh my God. Yeah, this, don't get me wrong, the regular Nimble is great, but this blows it out of the water. I am much more of a medium to large folder guy. All right, let's be honest. I'm more of a large folder guy. And not only that, but I love how they did this fluting, I guess you could call that. Almost like a giant blood groove. I don't know the technical term, but it makes the top of this almost look like a Picatinny rail or M-lock rail. Oh my God, that is beautiful. Beautiful blade grind, beautiful belt sand finish. And it just, oh my gosh, fits the hand so good. Everything that I liked about the smaller Nimble is here, plus so much more. And just off the first flick, I can tell you the detent is much better, a million times better. On the little guy, it was far too soft for my liking. This is perfect. Nice crisp detent. Nice and drop shut, very smooth on bearings. Frag pattern titanium scales that are blackened. Absolutely gorgeous. And on this one, let's see how thick this is behind the edge. Looks like they brought it down, you know, decently thin. I wouldn't call that super thin. So I could definitely, you know, I'll take this down as low as seems reasonable. You know, I'll start off hitting it at 20 degrees per side probably. I think that is more than safe, and depending on what that's looking like, I may take it down to 17. The blade steel is M390. It can handle it, and that will increase the cutting performance even that much more. And here in this bag, we have something really special. This is one that's been on my list for a long time. This is a hinderer. I believe this is the half track. And not only is it the half track, but this is supposedly a special version that is from something to do with Italy. And with me and my family being Italian, that's super exciting. Let's see, Storm Viper. Not sure what that is. Let's see. Okay, so it's actually made in Italy. Need to get my jeweler's salute to read that. That's something we can do in a minute, but wow. This is really cool. A hinderer made in Italy. So I don't know what the deal is with this, why this one was made in Italy compared to all the other ones, but I find that really cool. M390 blade steel, belt satin finish. Let's see. Thought this might be a hollow grind, but it's not. It's just a flat grind. And it's a hinderer, so don't expect it to be thin behind the edge. The lowest I would go on this would be, say, 20 degrees per side. Just like this one. So it won't be a huge increase in the edge bevel size. I mean, a little bit, but it would still look just fine. And it does, just that little bit of difference does increase the cutting performance a lot. When you go to initiate the cut, there's far less resistance. And as you're passing through material, there's less friction. So it's going to actually increase your edge retention as well as your cutting performance. So really excited to sharpen this one. Excellent lock bar access. I love how they did the milling on the entire scale on both sides. Well, I guess the liners, the purple part is the scale, but I guess you call this a subframe lock. So It's very interesting design. Love, love, love the milling. Very nice. Excellent lock bar access. And you have that same milling on the inside, which is super cool. Great lockup. Very solid. No play in any direction. Just like you would expect from Hinder. Let's check the centering. Perfect. Nice little swedge on the spine. Nice, well spaced out. Not too aggressive jimping. Filler tab. So it's left or right hand. Tip up carry only. Standard Hinder clip. Except one thing I noticed, this does not have a overly strong detent. You can thumb flick it very easily and the blade flies out. Very crisp detent. Very satisfying actually, because I like my detents on the stronger side. And this is right at that level to where I don't think anybody could really call it too strong, but it's just nice and strong. That blade really flies out without any wrist motion whatsoever. The blade just pops. Gently shake shut. It is very smooth. Let me see if I can look down in here. And it appears that this might be on bronze washers. Very nice action. You can achieve a perfect action on bronze washers. You don't have to worry about any grit getting in between the surfaces. You know, I definitely don't have anything against washers. If you do have a knife on bearings, like a Hinder, you can expect a nice, slow, controlled drop. Very smooth, very satisfying. Now, you know, you don't have to worry too much about stuff gunking up the bearings or anything, you know, during regular day-to-day use, but it is always a possibility. And if you use the nylon washers or the bronze washers, that's one less possible point of failure. So might be a good idea for some of you guys, considering you have the choice of the three with any tri-way Hinder models. Flipper works great. Much better than this shape. However, I do have to say, I've gotten used to this shape flipper tab to where it literally does not bother me at all. I actually kind of like it in a way, but this is a much more natural, feels like the shape that a flipper tab should be. Perfect amount of leverage. Effortless, not harsh on your finger. Just a little bit of jimping right there. Not too sharp. You can push button it. Very easy. You can also light switch it very easy. Really, really loving this. So this is one that's been on my list forever. This one has been on my list for basically ever since it came out. I've been very interested in checking one of these out. And last but not least, what do we have in this? What do you guys, feast your eyes on that. Do you know what this is? For those of you who don't know, might not look like much, but this is a Rockstead. And I have wanted to get my hands on one of these and experience one for a long, long time now. So right off the bat, another big thank you to Denise. I am so happy that I'm able to check this out, and I really appreciate you. Look at that beautiful black mirror finish on that blade. As far as I know, Rockstead is the only company that can pull this finish off. This knife is very lightweight. However, I believe it does have titanium scales. Some very beautiful wavy milling pattern. Feels really good in hand. See on the pocket clip right here, it is somewhat deep carry, and it shows you it is made in Japan. Japanese, high precision, made by real life samurais. ZDP 189 blade steel, heat treated to perfection at between 67 to 70 Rockwell, I believe. And we're talking about hardness level where you can literally score glass, cut glass with it. Extremely impressive. Love this little fuller with the hole, very distinctive look. When you see that, you know you're looking at a Rockstead. I love that. I love that they didn't do a little dinky high angled edge. They actually put a proper edge on this. They laid that edge back, so this thing is going to get some beautiful cutting, I'm sure of it. And I believe that they do convex edges. That is just their thing. That is what I guess they found works the best for their purposes and their intended use. So for whatever reason, they do the convex edges. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful knife, guys. Insane. Excellent lock bar access. Now this is not a like fall shut knife, but very smooth, very satisfying. Check out these tolerances. So they do their lock relief on the inside. That's very cool. So it does not disturb the aesthetic of the outward appearance. Nice, large, very large hardware. Definitely could call that oversized. You have captured pivot, and it's also captured, I guess, standoff screw. Little lanyard hole. Is this a front flipper? Ho ho ho. What? I don't know if that's supposed to be a front flipper, but I just front flipped it. Still reverse click. Oh. Okay, so you can reverse flick it. Thumb flick is definitely the best for this one. See how it feels. Okay, very interesting. Not gonna lie, It's not the most comfortable in my hand. However, there is really no hot spots whatsoever. I mean, you can squeeze down on this. There's nothing that pokes you and hurts. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Beautiful knife, Denise. I greatly appreciate you sending these into me, especially this one right here. And I am extremely appreciative, grateful for all of your support. Look at that black mirror finish, picks up fingerprints instantly. You know, one touch. Look at that perfect fingerprint. That's absolutely beautiful though. Super cool, guys. All right, put that, or you know what? She also mentioned I should check the edges beforehand. So this one's not getting sharpened, but I can't resist. I have to know. Alright, this one probably could use a little stropping. It's not dull, but certainly not what I consider sharp. Let's see what we have going on here with the hinder. Now, none of my USA hinders have ever came sharp from the factory. Let's see if they come sharp from Italy. That's pretty cool. So you're not gonna experience that, unfortunately, with a USA hinder. I don't know if this is the factory edge or not. It looks like it has some use for sure. And it definitely looks like it's either the factory edge or, I don't know, I think it's the factory edge. I mean, definitely some snags, so there's plenty of room for improvement, but it's still, you know, does not, like, it doesn't meet my standards for what I would send out, but it's still pretty damn sharp, you know. Definitely not gonna sit here and tell you it's not sharp. It's sharp enough, but it's not to the level where I'm personally satisfied. But you know, I'm a bit of an edge snob. You know, 90+% of you guys would probably consider this sharp and be happy with it. But me, I'm, you know, a little bit of a weirdo or OCD when it comes to my edges, and I feel the need to have my knives insanely sharp. That's why I'm always ending up with cuts. But it is what it is. Check this one. This is a badass knife right here. I could really see one of these being added to the collection in the near future. They did a great job with this. All right, so parts of the edge are sharp. This also looks like a factory edge. And if it is a factory edge, it's definitely not bad for a factory edge. It's definitely still sharp, and it will cut you if you're not careful. But it, you know, just being honest, it has plenty of room for improvement. And I'll be able to, you know, still bring a lot of improvement to this. So, looking forward to that. And lastly, let's check the ZT. Now, if I remember correctly, my ZT factory edge was not very sharp at all. Or if it was, it dulled out very quick. Now, I haven't had any issues with the edge ever since I sharpened it. I sharpened it once, and it's been great ever since. I maintain it by stropping, you know, 1 micron gunny juice on basswood. But besides that, it's held up great. So I don't think there's an issue with the steel or the heat treat. More so, however, they're doing their edges. But I think it's going to be the same deal with this one, guys, where parts of the edge, it's just kind of inconsistent. And even the areas that are sharp, they're not sharp to my standard. You know, they're sharp enough to go cut something, but it's, I wouldn't carry these knives without sharpening them, or at least stropping them to attempt to bring the edge back to, you know, much closer to my standards, and go from there. And if it still did not meet my standards, then I would just do the sharpening, and then I know I'd be set for a good long while. So yeah, in case that was you were looking to hear my opinions and insight, Denise, when you suggested me going over the edges before sharpening, which I gave it to you. Absolutely great idea. I love that idea. I think it's something I'm gonna continue to do from now on, at least with any knives that I'm like really excited to do. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Once again, big thank you to Denise. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next one. God bless.